are such an asshole.
Good morning. Still morning. 15 minutes of morning left. AssholeConsulting.com, where I, the world's only professional asshole, has the answers to your questions that your parents never asked you, or they might have asked you it and say, I want to be an influencer when I grow up. Here's your riddle. And then I just described all of American parenting the past 2 generations. If you had shitty parents and bad teachers and misleading guidance counselors and lying Marxist professors and a media that just wanted to get money out of you, you might have some questions which can be answered at assholeconsulting.com. This is $100 minimum super chat, not because I'm a dick, but I'm trying to play catch up with all the requests that have come in. And we have a request. Anonymous writes, hey, Cappy, please keep me and the people mentioning this request anonymous. A few months ago, I made a request asking, did I meet a unicorn about a girl I started dating? It was a no, but that was definitely an optimistic question. Anyway, what I really want to know is this is really as good as it comes or they come? When we met, she was younger 20s. I was older 20s, place, do, thing for a company. She was forced to be independent at a young age because of her mother, who was a controlling and jealous narcissist, and that made her have the attitude to be very self-sufficient financially, desire to be healthy and attractive, be politically sane, be considerate with time, and not to be male attention crazy. I got to hand it to her. Usually women who have a horrible mother, I dated several, the girls, not their mothers, they usually become rabid leftist feminists. And for a young gal like that age to be that industrious and empirical, it's a very impressive young woman. I was really the first guy she had a thing for in real life. Your conclusion was basically that, yes, this is pretty much as good as they come, and enjoy it while it lasts. Look at how wise I am. Why are you so wise, Cappy? Is it your age? No. Is it your vast amount of the mileage, not the years? No. What is it? It's my cynicism and misanthropy to realize all humans are scumbags. You can just assume things aren't going to work out. That's why I'm always right. About me, I won at an early age in life because I watched your videos, majored in STEM, pursued intellectually fulfilling, high-paying remote work, gained 25 pounds of muscle, invested my money, and already live in a great place. That is a nice place. The only thing that was missing from me was my desire for deep social romantic connection. Oh, he wants to fall in love. Oh, love. He's going to find a girl. Get him. Oh, Chase there, son. That's great. Why don't you just go down to the quality girl store, get yourself a good woman? Oh, you're going to find just be yourself there, son. That'll get the girls. I thought, you know what? Back in my day when I was courting your mother, the way I got hers, I bought her some flowers. Yeah. And then we got married and we bought a house at $15,000 and your mom stayed home and raised you all. That's all you got to do, son. You know, that paragraph alone, you won, you worked hard, you did all this, you put in the work, gained your muscle, and that, accept romantic connection. And it highlights exactly a very important thing you all need to realize. Everything you listed until romantic connection was more or less 100% in your control. The problem with romantic connection is now you requires the willingness and permission and desire of another human being. That's why everyone runs into trouble. Like, I got all this. I go, why can't I find a girl? I got everything else. Because everything else you pursued before, like if I want to get an Xbox 360, no one can really stop me, right? The Xbox 360 doesn't run around or flake out on me. If I want to get a girl or, let alone hang out with friends, like you got to get them to want to hang out with you. And so, yeah, it's a little bit more difficult when you got to get another human being. Humans are not objects. Women, no matter how much they act otherwise and try not to, they still have agency at the end of the day. So I put myself out there and met this girl rather organically. And for 4 months or so, we had a cute middle school-like friendly relationship. I think I remember this one where we saw each other almost every day. She works full-time at a legit thing to make ends meet and is pursuing further education on the side. so she really didn't have a big bandwidth for much more. When I asked her out to clarify my intentions early on, she said friends now, so that's what I went with. But she soon wanted to cuddle and hold hands and starting rather early on, have great sex. Yeah, that kind of is how it should go, right? I'm proud you stated your, hey, what are your intentions early on? That's very, very mature of you. Saved both you and her a lot of time, trouble, and heartache. And then she warmed up to you, and then she wanted to have sex. Oh my God, Lord, Clarence, come here. He's having sex. We can't have a white guy in North America having sex. Oh my goodness. Considering, well, I don't know if you're white, by the way. I'm just going to assume. Concerning where she was in life in her specification to just be friends for now, I really just let her initiate it all, and it came. I bet it did. I'm glad I wasn't friend zone or cuckold zone and whatnot because of the obvious friendly and physical attraction combined. I was willing to overlook logistic constraints and think of myself, this is as good as it gets, and enjoy it as it lasts. See, look at this. This is the most healthy approach to a relationship, all relationships I've ever seen. And you know why? In the second paragraph here, you are exposing or expounding, you're demonstrating the title of this video. You had no expectations. You realize, consciously or not, there's another human being. You know what? If she likes me, she'll like me. And you just let it happen. And to enjoy it. What? Yep. And oh my God, let her make the choice. It's just a separate human being. And it will have a built-in ending. It will last as long as it lasts, because in addition to realizing and acknowledging that women have agency, you also realize they're a little finicky. They change their minds a little bit. She has met my friends and family. I've met her siblings, and everyone just seemed to be happy for us and thought we were great together for the most part from their perspectives. That is a recap of my previous request, with me asking if there's anything I should watch out for, and here's what happened from then. Eventually it became obvious that we were just at two different stages of life and experience. She commented on stuff like, I don't even know how you can plan a year ahead when I don't even know my schedule for next week. My desire to look for commitment and long-term ideas about family turned her off, right? That she's not interested. And you know what? You were upfront about it. This is what, 3-4 months into it? You didn't waste that much time. You had a good time while it lasted. You knew there was a built-in ending. You did not build up your hope. And so then when it didn't work out, you weren't crushed. This wasn't you being cynical or jaded or hating women. You just knew from your own experiences and the experiences and wisdom of others that, hey, this is probably how it's going to go. Look at all the Thinking Ape, who you could find on Rumble now. God bless him for saying there is no more red pill, right? There's a lot less red pill rage because young men haven't been lied to. They don't get their hopes up anymore, and they're much more calm. There's going to be a lot less mental anguish, mental problems for men going forward here. She said it right there. It turned her off. So she didn't want commitment or family. Cool. All right. Well, I'll see you later. If you change, let me know. It objectively is a lot of pressure for me to simply ask her to decide how many years you need for school, and I'll wait for you. But that was the vibe she felt more and more for me. Well, that's because that's what it was. I think I'm going to save this because this is textbook so far on how to execute, like the movie The Great Raid. It was so well executed in World War II. Great movie, by the way. It was so well executed, the Marine Corps started using that as the textbook guide to a raid. After a big confusing time of rumination from her when she made many excuses not to see me. There you go. Didn't we say this was going to happen? I all has come true that I have foretold. The prophecy, Cappy. I could get a beard and a staff. The prophet Cappy has spoken. She will be excited at front, and then she will be bored with you and contact you less and less, and then soon not respond to your texts or emails. I have spoken, for I have foreseen it, doth it become true. Do I need a robe? I need a robe. Or am I more of a John the Baptist kind of guy with a loincloth and dirty with lice type? It doesn't matter. Maybe a very apathetic, as was going to happen, because it always does. I have spoken, thing and word in the big speech. Yeah, I have spoken. Okay, now go do your life. I gotta get back to my drinking. The apathetic prophet. There's another Saturday Night Live skit. No, don't hire me. Oh. After a big confusing time of rumination from her when she made many excuses not to see me, even though we saw each other almost every day before that, she decided she does not want a relationship with me. There you go. There you go. This is as good as it gets. She says that I'm a great guy. She doesn't want to lead on, and that there's definitely someone else out there for me. In my personal lived experience, it's not nearly that easy to find someone. Meanwhile, she's thinking of pursuing either two very good professions. That's awesome for her, which may require her to go her own way for years and years. She also did say that she did feel that I was grooming her. Oh, and now, see now, it has come true as I have foretold. Front game. Girl had good front game. Now, her actual actions and behaviors and accomplishments in the real world are very tremendous. She absolutely should be applauded and respected for this. But oh my God, do you think maybe a gal who doesn't have her father in life might have some underlying unresolved issues? And now after the honeymoon and the great steps forward, now you're starting to see cracks and fissures. And the crack is when she uses the word grooming her. She also did say that she did feel that I was grooming her towards the kind of relationship that I wanted and made her feel caged. Okay, so now it's like, fair. The choice, not to be over analytical, but the choice of vocabulary is starting to sound like, there's going to be control issues here. Now, of course, she didn't want to get married to have kids, but groomed and caged, now it's like, yes. One, she's not ready to get married, obviously. She said that. But now I'm wondering if she's starting to view you as a threat, right? Because daddy ain't around. Lord knows what goes in. Actually, I do know what goes on in the minds of women without fathers. I've dated several. You guys ready for? Are you guys don't tell no one this. It's tippy top secret shit, man. You know, this comes from the lab, the research labs at Asshole Consult. All right. We're all alone here. Let me tell you what happens. What's going on in the minds of women without fathers? It's how many tires must be sacrificed to fatherless women? How many windows must be broken on my car? Super hypersonic. All right, enough of that now. That's insulting. It's insulting. Oh, no super chats, by the way. No $100. I'm sorry. No super chat. I'm not answering them. It has to be $100 or more. I lost it here. I sort of saw this coming, but despite that, experienced a level of depression from it that I didn't know I was able to feel post-puberty. Well, how bad would it be if you had hope, right? Look, of course, here's somebody you enjoyed, right? This is somebody you enjoyed. I've had those relationships last 2 to 3 months. It was good times. Then, then for whatever reason, it ends. One goes back to her ex-boyfriend. The other one says, I want to have kids. Sad face, right? But it's not this hope and I'm going to spend the rest of my life and you assume, and oh my God, maybe we have kids, right? It is, you only climbed up the cliff this high and you fell off of it. Boom. Cartoonish little bump. Oh, sad Snoopy face. This is not you climbing Mount Everest and then falling 28,000 feet down and splat You need 2 years of recovery and therapy to get out of it. You couldn't have done this better, man. You couldn't have done this better. I think she was objectively correct with her assessment of our relationship, so I can't really hate her, which makes things a bit tougher. We're not seeing each other in person anymore and just text occasionally, seeing as there's no reason to hate on each other. On my well, yeah, but why even hang out with her, right? I mean, you want a romantic relationship with her. You're not going to get that. You had it, but all things come to an end, right? Lasted as long as it was. And now just move on. You know, I wouldn't you're not going to have a friendship relationship. Then you are friends. I was like, yeah, no, man, I'm only interested in like having a romantic relationship with you. So, you know, if you ever come back, whatever, let me know. We're not seeing on my previous request, you mentioned she may decide that this doesn't work. I have spoken. The prophecy has been foretold. I'm so good, man. It's not because I'm good. I just know people. I just know it. It's that scene where Neil figures it out and then he's blocking Agent Smith, but he's not even trying. And he just goes to one hand and he's just like, oh my God, I got to figure it out. I don't remember what I wrote or said, but he said I said it. You can always rely on women to get bored and to always want a monkey branch. You can. It's not genius on my end. I just went through it all, right? Oh, and on my previous request, you mentioned she may decide that this doesn't work for her anymore, and if that happens, I should just not worry about it. But it still really sucks because, as cliche as it sounds, I felt like I lost my best friend at a time. I was already slowly losing friends. Yeah, no, yeah, man, that's not wrong. In an idealistic way, I would say, okay, yeah, you're right, man, but now it's time to man up, right? I told you this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. You've guarded it like you were expecting it, right? You'd be happy if it didn't happen, but we knew this was going to happen. It's like your dog dying, right? Yeah, you don't like seeing your dog die, but you know your dog's going to die. And there should be a little bit of sadness. So I understand that. But you need to get to the point like, hey, the dog is acting, it's time to put a 22 in the back of its head, or maybe a 9mm if it's a larger one. And I can't slam on you too much because you're young and you're human. There was a gal I was running around with. Things were great, very passionate. It was only about 6 months. And then just all of a sudden, poof, disappeared. Found out later she went back to her ex-husband. I'm like, okay. and I was relatively seasoned by that time, right? I wasn't all like, oh my God, this might go somewhere. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is cool. But I won't lie. It was kind of like, wow, this is really fun. I enjoy her company. And then just bloop, gone. And like, what the fuck? And I knew not to like text or to like after like a week or two and just, where's it? What? And then also, oh yeah, got back together. We're like, okay, I guess that's the way that one went. My dauber was down a little bit, but it was not like previous relationships where I actually got crushed because I had delusional expectations. So you're doing real good. You're doing as good, and you would be inhuman if you weren't a little bit sad. Despite feeling super down, I was still able to do my duties at work, perform with the thing that I do, and go to the gym. This has more so gone to show me that I've been doing everything on autopilot at this point, and what I may need is to get out of this existential stall more than anything. What's wrong? I don't know. I like routine. I mean, unless you're getting bored with those projects. Here's the other thing. You got to realize, like, this is it, man. It's almost a hedonic treadmill. Is that what it is? Where you're chasing the dragon? Like, oh, well, I should find something else. I should be stimulated more. I'm like, there is no more. God, if you choose to believe in him, gave men and women each other this great ability to entertain and fascinate one another with sex and fun and play. If one group of people don't like that, I won't say which one, and I'm just going to give you a hint. If they don't have fathers that are not the sex, oh my goodness, I don't know which group that is. I'll let you figure it out. Hire a detective. And without that, and the consequential little kids that may or may not come with that, yeah, man, it's what's next? You're always going to be hungry, and you're going to get sick of pizza. Okay, what am I eating next? What's next? And I think you're going to lessen your burden when you realize, well, there is going to always be something next, but nothing's going to make you fully full all the time. And then that's when you get to the, I don't know, stoic philosophical level realization that, you know what, I love routine. Yeah, I'm in a better, do I notice how I'm in a better mood? Because I'm back in my routine. I'm not sick anymore. I'm not writing a book. I'm not editing a book. I mean, everything's kind of just on autopilot now. I love just going to the gym. I love just going for my hike on my regular hiking trail. Oh, I love exploring new parts. But yeah, I'm happy. The irrigation system is done. My caulking project is almost done. So I don't know if you're stalling in life or you're just coming to the point you reach cruising speed and cruising altitude. And I'm like, yeah, this is it, buddy. This is all you do. I saw a therapist was nice just to get a disinterested third party to talk through things to, considering that Chat GPT is a sycophant, and my friend's opinions range from, if I knew about where she was in life, I wouldn't have gotten into a relationship to begin with, to that's not a reason to break. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Look at how methodical and scientific. Get Chat GPT and 1.2 friends or 1.2. Well, averaging a bill distribution, I should feel this. You guys should have stayed together. Well, how? She didn't want to, right? See, and here's another thing. You're not going to go through the tortured and impossible experience of trying to negotiate with her, which will only drive her further away. The best thing you're doing right now is like, okay, cool, I understand. And you're leaving her alone. Because if this, now I admit, she's a very quality gal. She needs to go do her thing, man. She needs to go out there, get her shit together, all that. Because I'm going to guess someone like myself, she's probably not financially stable enough in her mind. And it's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where she needs to like stabilize food, clothing, and shelter because she can't trust a man because her dad wasn't around. Unfair to you, fine. But maybe she's, no, I got to get this done. And then maybe at the age of 30, she's going to want to get back together. Or would be, I should more accurately say, be ready for a relationship. And I don't mean out of a negotiation phase. What is that called? The epiphany stage, as Rollo calls it. I think it'll be more that she finally sequestered her significant and serious concerns being a child, but don't hound her. If she happens to come, dude, you might find someone by that time. That all I'm saying is, do not chase after her, because the only way it's going to happen is because once again she has agency. She has made her choice. You are not changing her decision. You're going to drive her further away if you pursue her. If she goes out and we're like, wow, you know that guy who was mature and didn't bother me, and kind of like he was the best there ever was. God, I hope you might be single. Now don't hold out and pine for her either. I'm just telling you the only way she's coming back is like a comet. To forget about that white trash. She wasn't even that pretty anyway. Really? Yeah, that's just your friend saying the thing. And how successful are they at relationships? Do you have any comments on how this went, and could I have handled it better? Not really. No, I think you handled it masterfully. Textbook. I'd be a little bit less. You put all this effort and energy into, I don't want to say guarding your feelings or insurance, but having the wisdom to know that this would end up happening. I'd like to see you a little less sad. I mean, me personally, I'd be doing a victory lap. Like the one gal who did go back to her ex-boyfriend, not the husband, also disappeared, and then came up to me at the bar saying, "Oh my God, where have you been? I got to introduce you to my parents. They've been asking so much about you." That's master level Zen where you're just laughing at that shit. Like, what? I got to meet your folks? When I know you went back to your ex-boyfriend and you're fucking him? Okay. Oh, this ought to be good. I'd like you to get a little bit closer to that, not the laughable cynicism. But you seem we are talking, you got like a 99, and I'm critiquing you on this 1% you got slightly wrong. I'd like to see you where you be a little bit less sad. You should be sad, sadness face, but I wouldn't have gone to a therapist. The reason we're giving you empiricism, the reason I am giving the prophecies that will be foretold, the reason I'm giving you the prophecies is so you don't suffer any pain, ideally. And almost to the point where you're like, damn, man, figure this one out. And you're not stressed, you're not worried, like, okay, cool, I get it, man. I'll see you. All right. And she texts, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm only interested in a romantic or sexual relationship with you. So, we're not friends, we're not hanging out. I'm not your buddy, I'm not your chum. So, and I understand, go do your thing. And hit me up if I'm single. Maybe we hook up again later." But the sadness could be a little bit, yeah, man, you handled it beautifully. And think of all the pain the normal guy would have who would get excited. Oh my God. And then no doubt goes on and tries to negotiate with the woman and tries to win her back. Heck, Divorced Dads has a running joke on that to get her back. Maybe I should have held it to just friends and rejected her physical advances. No, see, now you're being autistic. Now you're going way too far. Look, guys, the vast majority of women you're going to sleep with are not going to turn into your wives. Arguably, none of them will. It is not your woman. It's just your turn. That is a very wide. I wish you boys would. We don't say it to be edgy. We don't say it to be cynical. We say it because it's going to be true in like 99% of the cases. Turd Flinging Monkey. He's got a great thing. He talks about a flower where people try to, they pick a flower. Well, the flower's going to die in 3 years. And instead of appreciating the beauty of the flower for the time you have it, they try to press it and save it and hold on to it. And maybe but then it inevitably dries out. It loses its color. The time there is a finite amount of time for you to enjoy a flower. Do not ruin it, hoping you can enjoy the flower forever, which you cannot have. That's it. And women are kind of the same. Men are the same way. I mean, I guess we all die too, so it all ends in a very permanent sense that way. But when it comes to dude, some guys would call this a tremendous victory lap. Well, you had sex for a while, had a good time with an interesting girl, wasn't boring as fuck, but she had to go on and move on to her career. Cool. It's about as good as it gets. There's no divorce, there's no attorney, there's no alimony, there's no kids that are destroyed in this process. I mean, just not fast, just well played, man. Well fucking played. And it all is founded on the fact you acknowledged she had agency, you would make her own choices. See? Maybe I should not have just brought up anything long-term and just gone with her speed despite my naturally going there. No. At the same time, you have to be honest to yourself. You want to get married and have kids. 4 months time. That's about, hey, before it gets any further, we get 2 more involved. I want to have kids. You want to? No? Okay, fine. I mean, we just have sex. No! Well, why not? 'Cause otherwise I lose my power over you. Oh, that'd be horrible if we just enjoyed each other's company. Oh, no. A mutually beneficial situation. Quick, kill it with fire. All the fun men and women could have had all this time, and you girls decided to choose feminism. Like, oh my God. Oh, so sad. What could have been, what could have flying cars, free college, but no, we had to pay for a bunch of Somali leering centers, and we could have had a lot more sex, a lot more fun. Oh, You all had to read Teen Vogue and go with a bunch of miserable 58-year-old boomer spinsters advice. What fun we've all had. Make sure to go and did that for worth this degree too. All right, we're cooking with gas now in America. Maybe those 4 months were positive, honest try for both of us, and I just have to keep moving forward. Yes. So what do I do moving forward? To that question, I have a few ideas. One is to keep doing what I'm doing. If this has almost worked once, I can just take my experience as data and keep filtering for where I can meet more people who are like her. Sure. Didn't you like make a dedicated effort to ask girls out? And I think you took a very methodical, you put the effort into it. Go do that some more. But this time I can look for someone with better logistics, so I'm more willing to compromise. Yeah, or you just go out with these girls, have sex with them, and then, hey, look, before it gets too more serious here, I want to have a family and kids. If you just want to keep hanging around, having fun, that's cool. But I'm going to want to find a gal. And I'll have low expectations but high hopes. The con here is that this approach I've been a grind ever since the end of lockdowns. And this experience just seems like a random, amazing blip. Yeah, enjoy the flower while it was there. It will be difficult for me to approach dating again without a scarcity mindset. Well, you are right to have a scarcity mindset because that girl was rare. However, it wasn't going to work. Like, she was the perfectly made fighter plane. There was just no gas. And it just takes one thing. Like, you can have the perfect woman ever, right? That happened with one gal one time, the one that wanted to have kids, although there were several. This one is the one I really liked, and she wanted to have kids. Like, fuck. That one I wasn't even crying about. I was just like, sad face, sad Cappy. But yeah, those gals are scarce. And I don't want you to remove your scarcity mindset when it comes to high quality marriageable women or women to have a relationship with and kids with. Now that I have experienced how good it can get. Yeah. And that's probably a good benchmark to have going forward. 2 is a more cynical approach where I just prioritize being able to start a family over having the perfect relationship match. No, there's no such thing as perfect, but you have to have a good enough woman to start a family. You can't just pull someone off the street. This isn't Minneapolis. I don't think I have that level of cynicism at all yet, and I'm currently traveling overseas for work. And I'm experiencing here that it would not be easy to find a non-transactional relationship, especially because I have a well-off guy from the West Premium. I would absolutely take advantage of that. Yes, while you're there, because they are more traditional in that country, I would absolutely go there and just some window shopping, not committing, but I would absolutely look for something over there. 3rd is a sacrifice of freedom and do something cooler with my life than I'm currently doing. No, it doesn't. No. I've been eyeing out a job for an app that I enjoy consuming that would make use of my in-demand work skills and skills from my hobbies. I would probably pay double what I currently get, but for better or worse, I will need to work in person in a big city. Oh, yeah, no. It would be exciting for me to move out, and with my experience in traveling, I don't think I'd get hit hard by the loneliness or culture shock. I might actually appreciate the change of pay. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't see why this negates or precludes or requires your previous 2 strategies. New organic ways to meet people and extra money. Okay, in that leftist shithole, you're probably not likely to find a wife. Of course, I know my current work would be happy for me if I transition to do this, and would be equally happy to take me back if it doesn't work out. My big hesitation here is that I would be thinning out my roots even further in my hometown circles by physically not being there, plus sacrificing my remote work freedom. Can't answer it for you, buddy. Can't answer it for you. But I'm old. I would always prioritize remote work. And with girls, I'm sorry, the solution is go to the gym, which you're doing, and just ask out more girls. That's the simple solution. After all, I do have a great high-paying job. Still get to hang out with friends and play in my thing. And you're a great part of the country, I gotta admit. And nothing stopped me from trying new social hobbies at home. If it doesn't work out, I'll be back to square one, but older. Is this 3rd approach sane or just an over? No, it's very sensible. It's just, see, you're running into the world where you got 2 great options. It's easy. Do I major in journalism? Do I major in chemical engineering? Well, chemical engineering, obviously. Do I go out with the fat single mom pig that's got STDs or the hot girl that doesn't have STDs? Well, the hot girl. Do I take $5 million paid over 10 years or $2.5 million paid in cash up front? Depends on interest rates and your investment opportunities. Are there any other approaches that you could recommend that I may not be considering? No, I don't know why you think you got to do one A, B, C, or D. I'd just be asking out more girls. I would definitely go overseas though, because you want to get married and have a kid, and time is limited. I would be, while you're over there and you have the opportunity to go there for your work, I would definitely go over there, spend a little bit extra time. If you got any networks over there, I'd avail yourself of them and just meet some girls. When I was at university, I was in a similar type of relationship, on and off for a few years. It was also a playful friends first type of deal, but our parents were strict and we had to date in secret. Fucking hell. I did try to talk to her parents, but when it came to, I was young and immature and didn't know how dear that type of relationship would be for me. So I didn't fully fight for it. Okay, stop. What's the whole lesson we just learned? Women have agency. Their daughter could go out with you. Unless their parents chain her to the floor, she could choose to go out with you. I thought it was a one-off and I should just knock it off and date pragmatically. Now I got another taste of it, but lost it partly because I tried to hold on to it frantically. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did the opposite. You played it very cool. My therapist has opinions on this, but I'm wondering what you think. Your behavior showed nothing about you holding on to it frantically or choking it out or suffocating it. Like I said, it was textbook. Wondering what you think. Should I use this data to further filter what kind of... Stop treating it like a fucking computer science program. That's probably your fuck up there. They're not robots. Use this data to further filter what kind of relationship I want, or just actually knock it off and be more open to a more pragmatic one. Yes. The second. Did I just get lucky but not lucky enough twice? Yeah. Whatever happened to the old gal whose parents didn't like you? Is she still around? Why not look her up? Thanks again, Cappy. Glad I discovered you. Let me know how much for this one. Anonymous. All right, there you guys go. Ladies, if you'd like to meet an interesting man, I have a single well-off man in a fun town. By the way, don't get your hopes up. I'm going to receive no emails from any of these girls, just so you know. All right. Now, do we have any $100? How do I have 6 super chat? I told you guys I'm not answering the super chats. Thank you, Shark Taz. Shark Taz follows the rules. Challenge accepted, Cappy. As I get older, the more and more I see that 90% are on autopilot, of women or men are on autopilot and or are in situations they're in because of dumb choices they make. Trust me when I say routine, inner peace, and good hobbies and friends will take you far. Dude, it's so rare. Some fucked up shit happens where I just love getting back, like, oh, what did you do? I just did the thing I want to do. I just went on my hike and I went to the gym and then I had a good meal and then I played some video games and then I got a blowjob and then I went to bed. And I got a good night's sleep. Yes, the routine will get boring, but there's always some bullshit that pops up that disturbs the routine. Now, in his defense, he's younger. And who knows? He hasn't done enough. But after you do enough, you realize, yeah, there's nothing new out there. But thank you very much, Shark Taz. Well, look who's not going to get money, Prince Revolver. Well, he's going to, Prince Revolver. He's got that there. I'll show him, but I'm not reading him, and I'm I told everybody. Prince Revolver. Again. Illuminati. Okay, that's funny. It's clever. Aaron Purdue. Oh, yeah. Per our previous email. Yeah, Aaron. I say I'm not reading. I want to, but there are rules to being a policeman. Many thanks to Shark Taz there as well. By the way, this is my Japanese refusal. You guys don't have to do $100 super chats. I don't have the time for it. All right, that's it. More on the way. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.